Hello there everyone. So welcome to another Pokemon Unite video. This one will be a bit of a theory video on something I actually saw on a couple of other YouTubers' channels. This will be on specifically Spraggle's and Super Teeds' channels. Those are at least the two I saw this image on. And that image is the one you are seeing here. That is my recreation of it that I drew. And I will have links to their videos and also timestamps for where this moment occurred. Because it's a much better picture than what I drew, but I drew one just as a little representation on sort of what it is. And I want to try and explain what the meaning to this image I saw is and what I think it could mean for Pokemon Unite. So as you can see here, this is my recreation of the image. And obviously it's a lot clearer because there's a lot more effects going on, but this is the best I could sort of get up here. So as you can see, it's sort of like a little, in a way, comet dash. There's a giant black square blocking off part of what I imagine the character is. And I believe you could see this outline of like a four-legged sort of back of a character there, because the black square is sort of blocking its face. And this, I believe, will be the first Generation 9 Pokemon to be coming to Pokemon Unite. And I believe this is sort of what is behind the rest of that black square. Now, I know it's just like a little slightly different colored face, but I actually didn't fully want to draw the Pokemon's face because I think it would do it a huge disservice. Because don't forget, this is just a quick little sketch here. But let me show you what character I think this actually is, and you guys can leave your thoughts and suggestions on whether or not you think it's true, but I think it's very likely. And once I show you the character, I'll actually explain a bit more of my reason on why I think it's super, super likely that this is the character coming out probably after Inteleon. Here we are. I think this Pokemon is meant to be Oinkologne, which is Lechonk's evolution. And it has two forms. I think it's more likely the female one. It looked a bit lighter in color in terms of the image. Now, you know, it could obviously be wrong. It could be the male one, but the female one is the one on the right bottom and not the one more to the left. So the reason why I think Oinkologne is super, super likely is, like I said, if you look at the timestamp I gave to those videos that I mentioned, huge credit to them. I couldn't find where the source came from. I would have, also given credit to that, but I don't know where it came from. So I'm going to give credit to them at least because they're the ones that first showed it. And hopefully, you guys watch their video and support them too because they're great. They've done so much for Pokemon Unite, so I just want to give a shout out to them. And yeah. So I think it's super, super likely, like just looking at the body shape, and you can even see the tail. The tail looks so, so similar. That's what made me originally think it's Oinkologne, is just that tail. The tail, and then you can see two back legs of the image, I want to say. And obviously this is still a speculation, but I think that I have a little more evidence that could give this theory more credit than you might think. Our next stop on this theory journey is actually heading over to Serebii. So Serebii, if you don't know, amazing website for all things Pokemon. I think it's great. I use it a ton. Once again, want to shout out to a bunch of things. So Serebii's great. I don't know, maybe I'll put a link of that in the description too. But if you're just a big Pokemon fan, Serebii's great. And I'm going to actually quickly scroll down here and look at the moves. And I have a good idea of what move this might be. There's two possibilities. I think it's either going to be Takedown or Double Edge. Now, both of these moves are known to be this big, strong, like powerhouse, full-on charge move. And that's what this looks like. If you remember the image, or if you're looking at the other videos as a reference, it is, once again, this big sort of charge, and it looks like there's a little Pokemon in the center of it. So I can really see this being Takedown or Double Edge, and I want to lean more towards Double Edge, because I feel like Double Edge is a little more of a unique move. It could also be something like Headbutt, but I don't think that's as likely, but it might be. or maybe even a super strong tackle. I don't know. My best guess, though, is that this move is Double Edge. And I feel like this image depicts what I would imagine Double Edge would be. So the next website I want to take a look at, which is once again a great Pokemon website. I know I'm mentioning this a lot. I'm using a ton of different creators, ton of different websites, but like I said, please go check all of them out. They're all amazing. This is what Double Edge is depicted as in the actual Pokemon games. And as you can see, it's sort of this orangish, yellowish, charge. The Pokemon's in the center. So this makes me even think more that it's Double Edge, maybe Takedown. But Takedown isn't normally using this orangish yellow surrounding, so I don't think it's Takedown as likely, but it could be. The last thing I want to show that I believe adds a bunch of credibility to this theory is actually an event we had like a month or two ago, something like that. And it's where we got this Lechonk event. So in the event, we got a sticker, which is right here on the screen, and this frame, which is also right here on the screen. So both of these lead you to believe that most likely Lechonk will be coming to the game in some way, because why would they just randomly pick Lechonk to be a Pokemon to be represented by like a special event, It just feels sort of random. We also all know that Lechonk is a pretty popular Pokemon. At least according to Generation 9, like everyone was excited for Lechonk, it's a Lechonk, It's a super iconic Pokemon. It's not a starter, but I do believe it has that iconic feeling of a first Pokemon to represent Pokemon Unite for a region. So this is my thought on why I believe these images are for Lechonk and Oinkologne, and that these Pokemon will be coming to the game. Let's see, if Inteleon comes June 23rd, I think the rumor date is, something around that. This probably comes on the anniversary, or maybe like a week before the anniversary. I think Lechonk and Oinkologne are super likely to come to Pokemon Unite. And like I said, check out all the other videos, all the other resources that I gave. They're all great. I use them a bunch, and please show support, like I said, Spraggles and Super Teeds, thank you for showing us these images and hopefully allowing me to speculate on what they might be. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoy. Please check out everyone and everything that I mentioned. It's all great. Hopefully you guys find it too. So yeah, thank you and goodbye.